welcome to Seven Waters Tarot. My name is Seven, or you can call me Lily. And I will be doing your reading today. Okay, so I almost knocked my whole camera over. Today we're going to be looking at your next 7 days. And we're just going to leave it open to see what Spirit will tell us about your next 7 days. We have 3 piles. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And we have this beautiful crystal. It's like a blue, white. I forgot the name of it though, but I love it. It's one of my favorites. Then we have a rose quartz point. And we have, I know this is an agate of some sort, and it's so pretty and it feels nice to touch, to be honest. All right, and I got some soot on my fingers from lighting my candle. All right, so we are gonna just jump right into the pile and see what the next 7 days, what Spirit has to say for you. Go ahead and make your pick, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And I will see you in your reading. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, we are going to take a look at your card and see what Spirit has to say. We are looking at your first card as your beginning energy. So you have the marriage card. So some of you guys may be getting married real soon in the next 7 days, or it could just mean that you're coming into union or a partnership with someone. Let's see. Or some sort of agreement, because it's a happy agreement, or it's a very satisfactory agreement. You know, I'm gonna plug in my microphone just so to make sure you can hear me a little bit better. Okay, now that we got that all plugged up, so let's get some more insight. Oh, and it's the number 3. And maybe you and your partner are entering an agreement with someone else. I'm sensing maybe some of you guys are getting ready to purchase a home, buy something. Because that, when you sign a contract, it is like a marriage agreement. It's an agreement of, you know, like, for example, back in the day, we used to have to sign a contract when we were working for someone, and it would say, you know, well, some countries would say we can let you go at how did they say it? We can let you go at will, and you can also let us go at will, and that's the agreement. Some companies, when I was really young, would make you sign a contract saying that you would at least try to give them a year. But that kind of stopped after a while, like when I was still a little young, but you would sign an agreement saying how long you'd be there, or you'd abide by these rules while you were there. And I think that you still have to sign certain contracts with companies saying that you're going to abide by the rules, you understand everything, that they gave you all the proper paperwork. And I sense that for some of you guys might be entering into a contract. Okay, so let's get some more info. And I'm hearing family, but I did strongly see a house for some of you guys. Okay, so I got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, something to do with money and having to spend money. And it might be something new that you're trying, and you feel that there's some sort of, you know, a certain amount of risk involved. These vice versa cards are still fairly new for me, and I don't get the Queen of Pentacles, the back version, very often. So let me just double check. And when you get the back and vice versa, that represents the inner self. When you get the front facing, it represents the outer self. Yeah, so some of you guys might be finding this experience to be very overwhelming. And this is what's going to be happening in the next 7 days. Or you could be, when you see this reading, you're going through it in the next 7 days. But I'm seeing like entering an agreement, someone getting a home, maybe a car, something that's a longer commitment, like a marriage of sorts. Or it just could be downright be a marriage. Maybe even signing up for an apartment or a condo, where you have to make an agreement. Some of you guys like timeshares, where you have to come into an agreement. And you might find that it's a lot at first. And it may be kind of rather daunting. Yeah, and that, some of you guys can be feeling a little overwhelmed that it's, for some of you guys, one more thing to the list that you need to take care of. You need to make sure that things are right and you're responsible for. This is my responsible pile. Very responsible, but maybe a bit overwhelmed and needing some help. But there's still a sense of you wanting to go ahead and take the risk. You feel that maybe it's a minimal risk. It's just needing to get organized. Okay, let's see what else. And this may be something you've given a lot of thought to as well. Anything else, Spirit? For pile number 3. I'm sorry. Oh, I said 3. That's interesting. Might want to check pile number 3. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, so both of these cards want to come out. So we also have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so that's really starting to make a lot of sense. Like, so basically you've been waiting for something. 7 of Pentacles, 7 days. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So this risk you could be taking is going to put you in a, you feel, or you want to take a chance that it's going to put you in a better position, or the agreement that you're making is going to put you in a better position. You're just hoping that it works out the way you want. But it's something that you've been waiting for, you've been planting, and everything hasn't gone exactly the way you planned it, but it hasn't gone exactly the opposite either of how you planned it. It just didn't go exactly what you wanted, how you wanted it to go, but it still went. And for some of you guys, you may be giving something up, taking a risk and giving something up to put yourself in a better position. calmer and safer waters. And a lot of people may not, because you know what I'm noticing? This is the only front facing card, I believe. So the risk is what people see. But these are all the inner thoughts, the inner feelings, the things that people can't see unless you decide to share it with them. But in a sense, you're ready to cut your losses, because with something, with maybe an agreement, and travel to calmer and safer waters, to reset yourself, to try something new. And for others, it could be just you're just taking a risk with this, with whatever this contract is. Some of you guys will be breaking it, and some of you guys will be keeping it in the next 7 days, or starting something new. It could be that the contract didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. The agreement you had with someone didn't pan out the way you wanted it to, the way it should have panned out. And this could have something to do with family. Investing in a person, investing in family members, time, money, mentally, counseling them. Maybe someone, borrowed something from you and you guys made a verbal agreement. I want to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Seven of Swords. And it could be that as far as this agreement and partnership goes, someone wasn't completely honest. Or you'll be finding out that someone wasn't completely honest about this agreement, about their part in the agreement, their side of the agreement, their how do you call it? Their part of the responsibilities. And could come to an end. Or was looking like it was going to come to an end. But this is the Death card. But there is a second chance. There's a risk that needs to be taken. It's not all the way. It's not a lost cause just yet. It's getting there, but it's not completely lost. Let me pull some more. Tell us about the next 7 days for pile number 1. Wait. Some of you guys might be dealing with some health issues, cold, fever. We're kind of coming to season, so take care. Or maybe dealing with a relative that is someone you know that is in poor health at the moment. But also in the next 7 days, receiving some type of recognition. We have the card High Honor. this agreement, and you know, I'm kind of getting like annulment agreements within the next 7 days. And this reading is timeless. But having to maybe take it to court and get things disengaged, or getting something notarized. Okay, let me get one more deck. Get some more tarot. Okay, and we have, yeah, again, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, there's something going on for some of you guys involving money, your home, purchasing. For some of you guys, you'll be getting, you know, signing it away to someone, maybe a broker or a real estate agent, or selling your home. Anything else? Okay. And then we have the Eight of Swords. There's something that you guys are limiting yourselves. You're blocking yourselves. Maybe not thinking all the way out the box. Thinking too linear. Being overly critical of yourself. Being your own worst inner critic. It's bad when you're clumsy and it shows. And then we have the Devil. Yeah, there's a lot of shadow around this agreement, or making this agreement, or having a lot of concerns, feeling like you can't make the agreement, you shouldn't make the agreement, or you're unsure of making the agreement. And again, this could be a verbal agreement, or an actual contractual one. But some of you guys are moving on from an agreement. And I just keep saying that because it's just, I'm just hearing agreement. There's an agreement, verbal, digital, paper agreement. So this will be happening in the next 7 days. So be on guard for self-limiting beliefs around what you want, what you're agreeing to. If you want it, then guard against negative thoughts. Pinpoint it when they come. Go, oh yeah, okay. Is that just me being negative or realistic? Because sometimes we get mixed up in the two. Being realistic can sometimes come off as very negative. And then we talk ourselves out of things that we want or need. And then in the case of getting rid of something, or annulling an agreement, or dismantling an agreement, just know that there's going to be another opportunity for you. And that you can safely move on from where you are now and find your peace and what makes you happy. Okay, so pile number 1, this is your reading. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. This is with the rose quartz. And this card is going to be the beginning of your first card. This is kind of setting the energy. Pile 1 was really directed at contracts and agreements. This one is around a mature man. Perhaps you are that mature man, or there is a mature man in your life. And for some of you guys, he has something he wants to say. This is a very well-traveled, very cultured type of person. You've seen a lot. He's been in places. And he has some wisdom and knowledge he wants to share. So tell us more. And this will be happening in the next 7 days. For some of you guys, 5. Because I almost said 5 days. And I was really looking at the number 5, which is a strong indication of change. So something will be changing in your life in the next 7. And of course, another 5 comes out. More about change. This is the 5 of Wands. And it looks like they are in heavy competition. They are getting ready to spar with each other and see who is the best man and who's going to win. Just get a drink. They're on really dry ground and the volcano is erupting. There may be some people who are generally close, but they're upset with each other. I'm really getting, like, when I see the volcano erupting, I get somebody's upset. Somebody did something to cross a line. Someone might feel. Ooh. We have an opportunity for money and advancement. Opportunity for money advancement, to get or build wealth. A situation that could be, prosperous, like becoming an owner of a house or some property. I'm getting also gardening from this. But it's like a golden opportunity is going to present itself in the next 7 days. Yeah, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles, and she is quite happy and independent, and that might be some of you guys. This could represent a father figure, if not a husband, or if it's not you. But this girl, and I mentioned garden, right? Look at this. This girl is actually in a garden. This girl is actually in a garden. And she's quite happy with her situation. She's prosperous. She has money in the bank. She can eat. She can feed herself and lend to others and not really suffer a whole lot. She has time. This is kind of giving me like digital nomad. She has time to spend in her garden. She works remotely. If she works at all. And she has time to wander her gardens, talk to the animals. And the plants and animals love her because she has time. Along the way, there is the Knight of Swords. Or is this a page? Is this a page? Sometimes they be getting me with the knights. No, this is a page. So someone could be watching this and you are Some of you guys are just working towards your goal, seizing the moment, seizing opportunities, not letting opportunities pass you by, and someone could be watching that. And some of you guys are just, when I look at the mature man, I see that some of you guys are just mature, and it's saying that you're mentally and emotionally mature, and you know how to handle your responsibilities. You're not a person who drops them, as you've seen and been, around and done some things. And some of you guys might receive information that could be disappointing, to say the least, maybe heartbreaking. But it doesn't mean that you still can't have your 9 of Pentacles. You're happy, what makes you happy. Let's get some more cards. You know what? I really want to clarify the 5 of Wands. So we have clarifying the 5 of Wands. We have the 7 of Cups, and that has to do a lot with different opportunities coming your way, fighting for yours. Oh, I see. I get it. Climbing up that mountain. And this person could be here to support and back you up. You could be this person. Someone around you has wisdom that they need to share so that to make sure that you get to where you want to be, and they want to mentor you. What else? Something else flip over. Oh, it did. Anything else? Okay. And then I'll put it to the side. Okay. Then we have, we just need to put a little self-discipline. And that's where your mentor comes in. That's where that person comes in and says, hey, why don't you do this? And sometimes, okay, I'm getting, because I've even found this to be true. Sometimes our mentors don't come across as our mentors. This may be a person that says, hey, you need to come in on time if you want to be successful. You need to make sure that you get rest if you want to be successful. And then they mosey about their way, but their words had an impact. That is still considered to be a mentor, someone who came by with some words, and maybe sometimes they're like sharp and we don't want to hear it that way, but it helps us to get a perspective and to rethink, because sometimes I think we have such long goals and big goals that if nobody is on our side to remind us of, what our purpose was when we first began it and things of that nature, and why are you stopping here? Why are you getting discouraged here? If we don't have that, sometimes we can forget about some of the important things until it cycles around in our head again, and then we remember. How about, we also got this Four of Wands. And this has to do with marriage, home, community, people. So some of you guys could be extroverts that really like to make things fun for others. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, all right. Okay. Be careful. In the next 7 days, be careful with spending. And also lighten up a little bit if you know you're stubborn. You know, recognize that and go, am I just being stubborn right now? Or can I be a little bit flexible in this situation? And I'm not even sure what situation that is, but I just got that. And then we have the Star card next. Just remain, very, I want to say faith, but it's really just remain optimistic, because you have opportunities coming in. You're about to get if you haven't gotten your bag, your money, you're about to get it. But there is some things that need to be addressed, and it looks like there is someone either watching or you're studying. But you kind of feel like, in a way, you're having to go this alone, right? You're having to like climb the mountain alone. And you don't really feel like people get what you're trying to do, get what you're going through, and you're feeling like you have to do this on your own, and it could be quite heartbreaking. Maybe you feel like some of your family and friends kind of abandoned you. You have no one to really talk to about your hopes and dreams, maybe there's no one there to listen and help you to filter things out and, offer some guidance if you need it. And I really feel like that's where, like, the older guy comes in, the wisdom that you're going to be the wisdom that you're going to be given, whether that's going to come from spirit or there's an actual person that is going to come in and guide you through this, so that you don't feel like you are alone. And even if spirit does let me tell you something, you definitely won't feel like you're alone. You'll feel like you're the most powerful person in the world. When spirit does it, it just feels right. So you may have a person, a spirit guide, or a spirit that's going to come in and help and give you some guidance, because you got a lot of things going on. There's lots of potential here. But we just have to get you past this rough patch, right? Okay, this is really interesting. So notice that in the, come on, well, it's not really the clearest card. I guess you don't really want to see his face as much. But the Knight doesn't have a helmet on. It's raining. And it's like almost like little pools or puddles or flooding. Oh yeah, and there is a blue chrysanthemum. So you could very well be in a place of disappointment and or maybe not knowing if you made a good decision, regretting a decision. It depends on what your circumstances are. Okay, so a blue chrysanthemum represents grief and hope for the afterlife, right? So it's like life after something goes wrong. Life, what do you do after your disappointment? Maybe even dealing with depression, right? It's also, when you see it in blue, it represents the spirit and hope on what the spirit brings. And we were just talking about spirit being your guidance, being your mentor, or a spirit guide, or an actual 3D being here on earth that's going to come in because that's their assignment and help guide you through in the next 7 days. Either you will be starting, or in the next 7 days, the cycle will start. This event will start in the next 7 days. But the main factor is that someone's coming in because of this. And if it's spirit, make sure that you're meditating and really open up your channels, and your ears and your heart to see what spirit has to say and how they will guide you. Because, when you're guided by spirit, they are not going to come in shouting the house down. Like, it's going to be, like even like Christians say, the still small voice. It's really just like, hey, you should do this. Hey, and there could be a lot of conversation in dreams. There could be, some real guidance that it's just not you, right? But the person who is coming in has experience. Tell us more about the next 7 days for pile number 2. Yeah, so you might get a message of concern, something that, in the next 7 days, not necessarily saying it's bad, but it's like something that's, going to, again, confinement. We have imprisonment, confinement of some sorts. Not that you're going to prison, but there's that feeling that's bubbling up of feeling boxed in, even though you have these opportunity for freedom and for abundance, and it just might be something that you're not 100% sure about. And then we have the family room, and this is basically where people come together, right, and to socialize and to talk about family affairs. So again, this could be about family. And then we got high honor. So being recognized. And something, listen to this. I don't know what it is, but on this despair, right? It looks like this guy's just stuck in there forever. There's no way out. But why am I noticing the little mouse who's looking at the guy? I have a feeling that little mouse can open that lock. They're the same color. Don't ask me why. I want to get a closer look. Is it like if he's holding a key or what? Or just his little hands? But he's looking like he can help, right? So you might receive some type of help that at first you can't see, like, this is oh, please excuse my dog's toy. But you may not see this as a help at first, but it might be disguised as a blessing in disguise. Like the person who's being sent, for some of you guys, may not look like they're all that wise, right? Or they can do much. But in actuality, it's just really reminded me of the story of the mouse and the lion, where the lion is big and huge and powerful, but he cannot handle, he has I want to say toothpick, but a splinter in his paw, and he can't get it out because his fingers are not nimble enough. They're not small enough. And so the little mouse is like, hey, dude, check this out. If I help you out, first of all, you got to promise not to eat me or whatever. And, he was able to help. And you might be a powerful person, but you're just struggling with a small area. This person can come in, and that will change your life. And not only will you gain an ally, but that person has also helped you out in a way that you never thought that you could be helped in this situation. But I see that mouse as being there to help, because maybe this person, is wrongfully imprisoned, right? This person is wrongfully accused, wrongfully put into prison, and this mouse is like, I can help you, but I need you to help me too. You know, you have to promise to do X, Y, and Z or whatever. But yeah, that's what I see. And I don't even know why. I haven't read that story and heard about the story since I was a kid. Yep. And this can start and begin or end in the next 7 days. All right. Part number 2. This has been your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it must be some help. And remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on it is when you, it will be applicable to you. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to leave a comment. I love reading the comments. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so if you chose pawn number 3, this is going to be your reading. So this card is going to be representative of your overall energy. Lovers. Interesting. Lovers. People who mirror each other. Like twins. And this is definitely representing love. And 1 + 5 is 15 is 6. So this is a lot of equal give and take. This is 3D. This is actual love. So let's get some information about love. Okay, so I'm going to do my vice versa cards. Let's see. Give us some more information, Spirit, for pawn number 3 and about the next. Oh, okay. We got some stuff going on here. All right. So we have the star. Well, since it fell out that way, I'll just leave it. Okay. So we have the star card here. And we have another person that is appearing before her while she is on the bank of a lake or pond, river, and she is pouring out equally on the ground and into the water. So that means emotion. She's pouring in her emotional, into an emotional field, and to her material, her earthly, 3D, the things you need, responsibilities filled. And then this guy shows up. So there may be a breakthrough coming in regards to your relationship. Like something's happening in your relationship that is going to change the game. Basically, everything that you have invested into this relationship will begin to flower. Just make sure you listen to your higher self. Like, be guided, be open to your higher self and guidance to make sure you're going and going the right direction. And then we have the King of Swords. And this guy is very brave. He is standing against the storm. He's ready to take on who's ever been talking mess. You know, he is ready to stand there and do his thing with his sword. He even has a sickle behind him. So don't think that he's, come there without the proper tools. The only thing that I see a problem here is that lightning is attracted to metal. And it's definitely lightning. But I guess he feels that he is going to be okay because he can weather that storm because he has his sword into the ground. Meaning he's doing some grounding. But he's still ready to take on nature itself. Do your worst. Interesting. So I'm really getting, hold on a second, something fell. I am getting, we have two people here. And I don't know if this should be upside down. Okay, I'll just leave it. So we have two people here. One has great hope. The other is very, I don't want to say stubborn, but very, very protective and willing to go some to protect what they care about, even if that means standing against the nature itself by himself. And this energy is really interchangeable. It's just more about this type of masculine energy, which is able to stand against the forces of nature. For the star. And you know, some of you guys could be in the public eye. Like, I really feel like the king, listen, the King of Swords, who is not to be played with, really. Is prepared to do some battle. Whereas I'm getting the feeling that the star is someone who would meditate, pray, and things of that nature. The King of Swords is ready to do some physical 3D damage. You guys might be on different levels as far as your spirituality. One might be more mature. The star person might be more mature than the King of Swords person. And then here we have the Ace of Swords, where something new is beginning. I feel like you guys are both on higher frequencies, if you will. Just different frequencies, though. But higher frequencies where there's the King of Swords is going to be somebody who's in charge of something, in charge of their business, in charge of, you know, different lives. A person who would stand and weather the storm to make sure that his people were okay. That they didn't catch, you know, he wants all the smoke, and he's making sure that he can take the smoke, but his people doesn't have to. The people here he's protecting doesn't have to. If he's protecting the star so that the star doesn't have to, he'll take all the smoke. And then we have the eagle flying over with the reef. He's gonna get what he wants. This is more certainty. This is more thought process. This is more determination. And then more source energy. We have making a decision. And it feels like the King of Swords is already decided. That's why you don't see the storm swirling around the Two of Swords, because the decision's already made. And he's quite at peace with it. Anything? Okay, hold on. Okay, anything else? Yeah, I seen the Fool card, and that is basically he's willing to take that risk. I'm seeing the Knight of Chalices. Maybe somebody's gonna make a love offer in the next 7 days. Some type of offer, asking for an agreement, asking for cooperation, asking for. Maybe asking for a date. Who knows? Someone who's just going to go for it. Tell us more. Is there any more? Okay. And I love this card. The Ten of Cups. Look at that. How pretty, right? The Ten of Cups. This is, and look at this though. If you can, we'll focus. Who's in the middle there? Looks like the star to me. Like the love offer is like no joke. Because the star is already, kind of already knows where she's at in this story, in this scenario, right? And it seems that the King of Swords had to come to some type of understanding with himself, or maybe the outside world, on what's going to be taking place. But he's not trying to back down, for sure. He's not playing all that. Let's see. Yeah, and this is so related to the Lover's card. So this is just even more confirmation. And you know, this person is looking like it could have been your past life person, a person from your past life that you will be meeting, gathering, connecting, coming into an agreement with. Reconciling with. Yeah. And you guys might have been separated at some point in time as well, and now you're coming back for a reconciliation, because I'm really getting that there was some old wounds, some old hurts for some of you guys, not all. And please take what resonates. But the love is there and in full force and abundance. Well, let's take a look at some more stuff. Since we have the love, why don't we do a little digging, if you will. Let's take a look. So I'm going to use my Heart's Hidden Secret Oracle and see what is going on. Tell us some more about this couple, Spirit. I just saw the card. Yeah, someone is not happy because they're just going to be with their partner. They just want their partner. They don't want nobody else. They're not looking at nobody else. They just want the person that is meant for them. They just want their boo. They don't want your boo. You know, anybody else's boo. They want their boo. They want their person. So tell us more about pile 3's situation with love and a partnership. Some of you guys might feel like this person put a spell on you. Isn't there a song? I put a spell on you. Something like that. I don't know. But then again, we have hope, expectation, and faith. It's the same thing with the star card. Hold on to that because it's going to happen. At one point in time, things might have been broken. But there's going to be a lot of clarity that comes in for you. Yeah, and at some point in time, for those of you who are reconciling, okay, you know this person, and this person you may have not met in this lifetime yet, but you're about to meet. What happened in a past life, it seems like you guys broke, there was a breaking point and things just went bad. You guys broke up, or there was a separation of sorts, and some people got their hearts broken, and it was never finished with you guys. And now there's distance, and this person has proclaimed that one. Look, what did I just say? What did I just say? This says twin flames, but yeah, okay. And it doesn't have to be twin flames. It could be like deep soulmates, but it's giving off, because the way people describe twin flames is giving off twin flamey vibes, right? Where past life, separated, in this lifetime, coming back together to complete your union. And this person very well could be mirroring you. You're mirroring that person in your life, or you have mirrored. But within the next 7 days, something's going to happen. And you guys are kind of caught up in a web of karma. You know, you guys have to complete whatever your task is for each other. If that's coming back to reconciliation, or that's coming back to say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, settling that karma, or whether it's, you know, coming back to do something together to unlock some things, or to unlock some more opportunities, and then you guys maybe might go your separate ways. Only time will tell. But because you're twins, you're kind of in a cycle. Okay, give us one more about this whole relationship. I'm going to move to another deck. Anything else on this deck? Okay, let's go to... Let's see what else we can find out for you in the next 7 days. So tell us what's going to be happening. Whoa, too many. In the next 7 days. What's going to be happening for them in the next, next 7 days, pile 3. So be watchful. Next 7 days. What are they watching for? Ooh. Watching for an offer of love, offer of friendship, which is also considered to be love, because if you're just meeting this person, it could be just as simple as, hey, you want to come out with me? Do you want to hang out with me? Do you want to do this? Do you want to go shopping? Or it can be just flat out, hey, I like you. Do you want to date exclusively, or do you want to date, or, you know, whatever, however it suits your particular situation. And passion, feeling very passionate about your purpose and your person. Dang it, again, you guys, I cannot make this up. Look at this. There's going to be, so you're going to be going a new direction, period. One that you never even thought of, right? Again, we got twin flames. Hello? Well, enough said. So, the next 7 days, a lot's going to happen. And it might be even, so it doesn't have to be like, okay, so say, for example, you watch it today. Whenever you watch this, it's going to be today, okay? By the end of 7 days, the cycle could even start on the 7th day, 5th day, 4th day, 3rd day, whatever. Or the day that you see this. Or it may have started and then you saw this. Like, I've had it happen to me in so many different ways. But yes, you guys. All right. Well, that's exciting. And Pile 3, this has been your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to recommend it to someone you think this would help, if you feel that is helpful. And I will see you in the next video.